So hi guys, so from today we are going to start a new series that is based on activation functions, where we are going to talk about every activation function in detail, how the graph look like, its application, its advantages and disadvantages. So before starting with all the activation functions, we obviously need to study about activation functions, what are activation functions, why to use them. So in today's collab we are going to look at that only. So when it comes to layer activation functions, in an artificial neural network, the activation functions of a neuron defines the output of the neurons given a set of inputs, and it helps to normalize the output between 1 and 0 or between 1 and -1. So these activation functions have been biologically inspired from the activity in our brains where the neurons fire or are activated by different stimuli. So you must be knowing that the whole convolutional neural network has been inspired from our brain only, the neural networks in our brain, and activation functions can either be used through activation layer or activation argument supported by all forward layers. So now the question arises that why should we use an activation functions? So activation functions are one of the most important choices to be made for the architecture of a neural network. Without an activation function, neural networks can as essentially only act as a linear regression models. So for improving obviously the results, the output, since most datasets are non-linear to at least some degree, we are using an activation functions, because using an activation function facilitates the modeling of more complex relationships between variables, allowing a neural network to be truly universal function approximator. So let's look at some different activation functions that are used in different models. So first is the ReLU function, and then second is sigmoid, then softmax function, the soft plus function, soft sign function, tanh function, silu function, elu function, exponential function, the leaky ReLU function, and PR ReLU function, and swish function. So the last three that you are seeing, the leaky ReLU, PR ReLU, and swish function, are part of means part of ReLU function only, but they are improved and already contain the benefits of ReLU function. If it sound a bit confusing, not a problem. We are going to look about that in detail in the future videos about each and every function. So if you want to see the Keras activation function, I have provided the link to that in this collab, so you can look at it. The sigmoid function tf.keras.activation.sigmoid, as you can see, and this is the basic application, that is this, and b is this, and b dot tail. So you can see that all the values are then between either 1 and 1 and 0. And similarly, a lot of activation functions are present, like sigmoid I already told you about, and then you can see soft plus function we were talking about, you can see, and even the formula of the activation function has been written. Whenever we would talk about in future videos about every detailed explanation of activation function, we would even look at its mathematical implementation. So this was soft plus, then soft sign, and then its tanh function, the silu function, then elu, and then exponential function. And yeah, you can even create your own custom activation functions. I have already made video on custom activation functions, so you can go and have a look on that also. Suppose you don't want to use any activation function that has been already defined in Keras API, you can simply go and make your own custom activation function. The only thing you would need to do is define your model, define your activation function, how it is going to work out. So let's look at how does an activation function works. So for each hidden layer node, the input nodes are multiplied by their current weights and then summed up. For as an example, we would consider a hidden layer where there are three input nodes that might be modeled by the following formula, that is n is equals to the following formula. So the x1, x2, and x3 are the input variables, and w1, w2, and w3 are the multiplicating variable factors to be optimized by the neural network. So as mentioned above, that this function entirely is linear. If we were to stop here, the best machine learning algorithm that the neural network could approximately merely is linear regression. Furthermore, each addition in new layer is just a weighted layer. So this whole model will become just a single linear function. But if there is no activation function, in that case only. Now if you provide an activation function that takes linear input and transits into a non-linear input, for example, a logistic activation function is given by is as following. Actually this is quite similar to sigmoid function. We would be looking at this function only in the next video, starting with all the functions. So suppose now for a logistic function, activation function is given by this, that fx is equals to 1 upon 1 minus e raised to the power minus n, and where n is the number or value of the hidden layer node, obviously the same as the first equation above. So the transfer function allows the output to model non-linear system behavior. So we would run the following code and see how this whole function look like. So what I would do, simply go to change runtime and set TPU for now, because obviously we are not performing any very big task or big programmatic problem. So I would simply run this, and yeah, here is our output. As you can see, the output is between 0 and 1 only, and this is what makes classification and regression problems really easy, because as we told, without activation function, the entire neural networks can be represented by a single linear function. So that is the reason we use activation functions. So what we did, we simply imported in NumPy, Matplotlib, and for now I have not used any predefined function in Keras or TensorFlow. I just simply used x is equals to np.arrange and arrange them, and then I defined the activation function that was we defined here, that y is equals to 1 upon 1 plus e raised to the power minus n. I hope you have you know that np.x refers to that only, and then we will simply plot it and give the title and x label and y label. So you can see whatever our input is going to be between -4 to 4, or whatever input is going to be, the result output would be between 0 and 1. The ranges of the output is between 0 and 1. So this is what just a brief overview of a logistic activation function. We are going to look at each and every activation function, starting from sigmoid or ReLU, and then move to every activation functions. So overall, all these activation functions would be covered in around 8 to 9 videos, because functions like leaky ReLU and PR ReLU can be covered in a single video only. So it's going to be an exciting series when it comes to every activation function in detail. And we are obviously going to use custom functions also, and we are also going to look at some predefined functions in Keras like ReLU and leaky ReLU and sigmoid. So this was it for the video. I hope you liked it. You can just subscribe the channel so that you can get to know that whenever the next activation function would be covered. So thank you for watching the video. Thank you and have a nice day.